Hi everybody, this is Cassie here with Cassie's Craft Spot. This is my first video tutorial, so bear with me. We're going to be making pretty little yarn, fluffy flower thingies, whatever you want to call them. This is what they will look like. You might not be able to see that great on this lighter paper. Hold on just a second, I'll find a darker piece. Some glittery paper. Okay. Alright, that's better. It's a little fluffy yarn flower. Kind of remind me of mums or fall flowers. I'm using white, like an off-white colored yarn. I'm not using colored. You can use any color you want. Alrighty, so here we go. Set that to the side. What you want to do, you're going to need quite a bit of yarn, so I advise you to leave it on the ball or the thing that it comes in. What you're going to do is take your two fingers, your first finger and your middle finger. You're going to wrap the yarn around these two fingers, holding the little tail piece, of course, until you get it wrapped a couple times so it won't go nowhere. What you're going to do is wrap it around these fingers. You're going to wrap, I'd say, about 50 times. Don't wrap too tight because you'll cut the blood circulation off your fingers and you won't be able to get the yarn off when you need to. Alrighty, we've got it wrapped around about 50 times. What you want to do is take and snip your little piece off. Then what you want to do is cut you another piece of yarn. Make sure it's long enough where it's going to wrap around the ball that you have created. Now carefully slide this off your fingers. If you wrapped it too tight, it ain't gonna come off so easily. Just kind of be easy with it so you kind of keep it in the little shape. Set it on top of the piece of yarn you have cut. Kind of centering it. You want it centered. Then take the two pieces. Bring them up and tie them into a knot and pull. You can kind of put it in the middle. And pull extremely tight. I'm going to pull it really, really tight. Alright, and this is what you'll end up with. Yours may look better than mine. Sometimes they come out right, sometimes they don't. And we're going to snip the pieces off. Now, what you want to do is take and snip every one of your little loops. Snip your loops all the way around. Try not to snip the little piece in the middle. Your flower will fall apart. Snip all your little loops. Once you're done, you'll have this that looks like a spider, octopus legs everywhere. Now, I like to, instead of where your yarn line is where you've tied it, I turn it the opposite way for my flower, and I kind of like smush it down, trying to get it kind of flattened out a little bit. And the pieces you have hanging off that are longer than the rest, you just go around and snip them off. You can snip it all the way around till it's, you know, where you like it. You don't have to use white. You can use any color yarn. I'm just using white because it's going to be on this project that I'm making. It's not really white. It's like an off-white color. I didn't want it to be stark white for the project I'm making. I wanted it to be kind of like an off, dirty white looking. But you'll end up with something that looks like this. Just snip until it's the desired size, length of, you know, it's your preference. Your preference, your preference. I haven't made very many of these, so it takes a little bit of practice, trial and error. Because if you don't tie the little knot too tight, if you start pulling on these, they will pull out. So don't pull. No pulling the little yarns. Yeah, some of them look all fuzzy. Fuzzier than the others. That's the look you're kind of going for. And you can kind of see the layers. It looks like layers. They get shorter and longer. I think they're really cute. But the more you play around with it and smush it down, it'll smush down. You know, these are great for layouts because it doesn't matter if they get smushed. When they're inside your scrapbook, doesn't matter. Because they can be smushed all they want. You can also use these little fuzzies that you've trimmed off for other projects. It kind of reminds me of flock. So save it, put it in a container. You can use it on your little critters to give them some hair. But this is basically what you come up with. Some may be bigger, some may be smaller, depending on how you trim it to the size that you like. See, the back side looks different. I like this side. It looks more like fuzzy. You know, you could use either side. It's up to you. So you could use this side and put a button in the middle or rhinestones in the middle. It'd still look good. Got some little loops here that I missed. See how it kind of looks longer on this side? Because I missed them loops. Just cut it down. That's the cool thing about this. It's kind of easy. I just smush it down. And I recommend using a hot glue or a really good adhesive to glue this to your project, being that it's kind of thick. Yeah, they're thick, fluffy. But they're really great for your scrapbook pages, like I said, because you can smush them. You know, it's not going to make a difference when it's in your books. there we go. Thank you very much for stopping by. Have fun on the rest of the hop.